Hello, hello. Just saying to check the voice is clear or not in stream. Oh, yeah. Turn
Yeah,
stream voice. I just turned on the.
I see, I see. Well, hello guys, welcome back. welcome back to the Gosu Tournament Day 7. This is the match between WHC versus Team Pratt, and this match is going to be very, very exciting. However, I hope you guys are fine and doing well and winning by my side. This is my mentor in casting and my beloved friend, that is Kronos.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends of all ages. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Soul Sky. And nice to be back here in this Gosu Tournament after having a nice weekend. We are back on a fresh week. It's the 31st of July here in the subcontinent of India. And today we have for the first game in day 7 of this Gosu Tournament, which has a prize pool of 70,000 rupees, is Team W8C is on the blue side and Team Pratt on the red side. And we both know, Soul, that both these teams have a lot of fans, right, in the chat right now. And go ahead.
Exactly. Look at the chat, bro. WHC, Pratt, OP. However, look at the bans, bro. Muller, Allard from the team WHC, and the Pratt is with the Alpha and the Link ban. I think Link ban might be a little bit of, a respect ban. However, look at the first pick, it's Sicilian. I think we have seen in the past also. And look at that, bro. I hope, Kronos, you are getting a flashback of Colonel 4046. There's Fredrin and the marksman Alexa. And I pretty much know all of them, bro. That's going to be a freaking amazing match for me, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you, right? I'm going to see little flashbacks from the outplays that Colonel 46 provides in that EXP lane. He has been doing wonderful in every tournament he has. The only reason he possibly gets over, he probably loses his lane when he's given a losing matchup with the heroes, right? But if you give something where he can shine and he can be that frontline presence that a team needs, he's always there. And we know Alexa, a really good mage player in the mid lane, but she's playing the goal. She's playing the goal laner. She's playing the marksman. Really well known player in the community as well. Can play around basically those range heroes. Really good at it. Meanwhile, on the side of WHC, Shine is one of the best junglers as well in this tournament so far. Goes for that Bane. They have the Sicilian for that damage from afar. They're easy to kite any kind of team fights as well. We have Minotaur that can provide that crowd control when it comes to team fights in AoE fashion. And LoATZ, we've seen him go crazy with this Granger in this tournament already. Right, and it seems like this draft is so good for both the teams right now. They have late game presence. They have the CC. However, right now, a little more AoE on the side of W8C. Maybe we can see that coming in from the second phase of the draft from Team Pratt. And speaking of AoE, they both ban out AoE setup-oriented heroes, right? You have this Terizla being banned out and this Atlas. So now limiting the options of AoE crowd control. And speaking of AoE crowd control, they're hovering over this Yve and Novaria. I think at this point in time, you might want to take the Novaria, seeing that they have a Minotaur and a Bane.
Exactly, Novaria for the vision. I think they might need a lot of vision in this game because I think the Team Pratt is going towards leaning towards Novaria. However, look at the Team Pratt. It's more of a late game spike or a mid game spike team draft, because they are going for that draft. However, as you said, bro, the Shine has given us so much of plays with his exclusively well playing jungling style, bro. However, don't forget LoATZ, bro. I have faced LoATZ in the previous, on my weekends, bro. I was ranking in my game and I faced LoATZ against me, and it was one hell of a match. However, and look at the Beatrix pick from the side of the WHC. That's quite a good marksman pick from the side of WHC. However, this Freya pick, that might be a quite interesting pick from the side of WHC. But Freya can be a very devastating fighter, and she just have an unlimited S2, and you know how to use that S2. With that, you can wreak havoc towards a team. Right. However, they might be going for the Novaria room. No, never mind. They're going for the Lolita. And however, Sarah, we have seen how Sarah is playing in this tournament. We have seen how she can provide a good setups from the previous match. And countering that, we have seen the Roamer from the WHC doing Roamer. And both the teams are preparing well. What are you saying about the draft, bro? What will you say about the draft?
Yeah, looking at both the teams' draft, there's more AoE on the side of WHC, right? On the side of Pratt, you do have that Numenon Blast that comes in with this Lolita, right? It's a really good ultimate, a really good setup, especially if it comes from these bushes where you can't see it. You just automatically get slowed. However, it can be canceled by the Minotaur, right? So that is something that they have to work around. But what I want to see and focus on in this game is the battle of the EXP laners, right? We know Dexter has been really great in this EXP lane, dominating the EXP lane every time he goes into tournament matches. Same with Colonel 46. But now, given the fact that there's a Freya alongside a Fredrin, the Freya deals much more damage in the early game. So it's a much more dominant early game. However, speaking of, we go into the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, between Team W8C on the blue side and Team Pratt on the red side for the Gosu Tournament in this day 7 for the 70,000 rupees grand prize pool. And this is the first upper bracket match we have, and the loser will go to the lower bracket. Mind you, they do not get thrown out of the competition. So both the teams here are going to risk it all to get into the upper bracket slot. And like I was saying, right, so this EXP lane matchup is going to be really crucial for both the teams, knowing that these both EXP laners like to rotate around the map. And given the fact that Freya has much more damage in the early game compared to a Fredrin, will we see that respect being given by Dexter towards Colonel 46? And in the mid lane, we have a slight knockup coming in. However, the Lethal Wanderer is secured by Shine. We can see the retribution coming into play there too, right? Shine just a little better with that in the early game. Might be a difference maker in the late game.
Exactly. And however, oh, I'm excited for this EXP match, bro. Both of them have proved in this tournament how can they play EXP and devastate the enemy team. This is the power-to-power match that we have been waiting for so long. And look at the top lane. Look at the vision given by the Sara. That was a pretty good gameplay from that. And I would say, bro, that the retry gap that in the lethal, I think that was a very good play by the Shine with the combo with his S2 or the S1 with the retribution. Kind of gives him an edge towards the Granger. However, this is just the early game as we speak, because there is a late game now. There might be a team fight
that sanguine clause. Did you see that knockup? That wombo combo coming in from the side of W8C, right? I was telling about this to you guys. This is the AoE crowd control we were talking about, right? The knockup from the Minotaur, the sanguine claws that comes in from this Sicilian, the deadly catch that comes in with this Bane. And there's so much damage that comes in along with so much CC. So catching about 3 heroes at the same time and getting that 3 kills along with the first blood. So that is great. And here Lohetizi trying his best. However, Colonel 46 there to peel for him. And here Willie goes with the taunt. Will he take him? The deadly catch once again. Oh my god, that damage coming in from the Appraiser's Rat. Colonel 46 gets a kill. And Shine and Dexter both go down to Lohetizi as well, who's not having the best time in the early game, but like you said, so this Granger needs that mid-game power spike.
Exactly, and that's what we are talking about, bro. The Colonel 446, the deadly Fredrin VC, he just made a very good comeback. However, in the bot lane,
the Minoan Fury. Ooh, that damage coming in from that Fredrin, right? Did you see that Appraiser's Rat? If I'm not wrong, he got a double kill right there. That was a lot of damage being done. That's a 2-for-nothing trade. Minotaur got the Minoan Fury, but there was no follow-up. You gotta understand that that Sicilian is also a late game mate, cannot really provide all that damage. And once Freya goes into this team fight with that Spirit Break combo, she has to go in. She has no way out apart from bursting or chunking this hero down one by one with all these basic attacks. So it's proving that so far the Minotaur in or W8C's Minotaur is getting caught off too early. He's being poked down by all this poke damage from this Leslie, by the stun from Sarah is yours, and the Lolita Yue here with this Novaria just poking the Minotaur. So the game plan so far has been that, right? Just poke this Minotaur, get him low enough so when he can use the Minoan Fury, he'll just get taken down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, so we're looking at a small fight here.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the Colonel 446. I think he might be getting taken down, and that might be a shutdown towards the Sicilian. And a mega kill for a Sicilian, 401 KDA, and with a 100% teamfight participation from this mid laner. That's a commendable play. That's a commendable KDA for a mid laner, to be honest. And we can see in the top that's a Minoan Fury, and I think they might take down Leslie. Never mind.
Oh,
that's
the
a good
blast on this Beatrix, right? But there's no damage. Both these marksmen not hitting that power spike. They don't have the items yet at the moment. You can see Alexa being taken quite low. Flickers forward. Sip gets that kill. Not really sipping for that Alexa in this game, taking it all in. And Loetz gets the turtle and gets taken down and gets a kill in the process in the turtle fight with Dexter, who's been overextending. We spoke about this, Soul. I was telling you that this Dexter and we spoke with Dexter and Colonel 46. They're the ones who are gonna rotate in the early game. They're gonna be the frontline presence that their team needs. But right now, Dexter seems like he's not doing the best against this.
Exactly, and that's what we are talking about, though. We can see that Colonel 446 is now in the mood to just, devastate and just roam around the map. However, the top lane, we can see that was a little bit misposition from the Alexa, and that cast all 2 deaths to her. And meanwhile, we can see there might be a potential team fight, and the Colonel 446 is so low in the team fight, and the Colonel 446 is the and getting the Minotaur.
That was nasty damage, right? However, Shine goes down to the Death Sonata as well. So, like we were saying, Colonel 46 with that nasty damage. That's a 2-for-0 trade in the red buff in the enemy jungle. So, Colonel 46 just had the upper hand in the laning phase where Dexter lost out. So, I think the game plan so far, like we've seen, Brad realizing that Colonel 46 is one of their best, one of their win conditions, realizing that Leslie needs some time, Alexa needs some time to scale up in this late game for the late game. So instead, it goes ahead with the rotation in towards his bot lane, make sure Colonel 46 wins his lane and is able to rotate onto the map and cause havoc and be a menace, like you say. And at this point, with the itemization, so you can take a look. He already has the brute force breastplate. He has this oracle. Seems like he's going for a lot of cooldown reduction for his skills, so he can spam his skills faster and get the ultimate faster. Meanwhile, here, Sanguine Claws, Sicilian, will he go get a kill? The taunt coming out from Colonel 46, but disengages. However, there's a 4 people in the blue buff area. Will we see something with the Minotaur? He has the flicker. He goes in with the Minoan Fury and the flicker combo, but there's no follow-up. Sicilian being taken low, Bane being taken low as well. Here, the Beatrix caught out, being stunned and taunted at the same time, uses the flicker just to escape. And you can see the dominance that's coming in with this Fredrin in the EXP lane.
Exactly, and that with that dominance of that map control, they just let the lower TG just take the free turtle there. And how the team Brad has, the bounce back they did in this match from that early triple kill is commendable. You can see they have just quickly bounce back like this, and then we can see the Noria sniping up the Bane. Look at the recall taunt there, and one get taken down from of the side the team WHC. Look at the top lane there, they're going for another turret. They might be successful in that. However, we can see the team fight Colonel 446 is being menaced. Look at he has his ult ready. He might be going for in some ult and the combo. Oh no, yeah, bro.
That was so good, right? That was so good coming in from the side of Team Brad, doing so much work with that frontline presence. All you gotta do is send this Fredrin in the front, use the appraiser's rat, and from behind, Lolita with that Numenon Blast, providing so much slow, so much CC, and Novaria with those snipes with that Astral Recall. There's so much damage coming in from their team. The goal lead is extended to 6k now, and we can see Shine using the Retribution only to clear the minions at this point. It seems like a one-sided game so far. WHC not performing at their best, and mind you, they're not going out of this storm. Oh, that damage from the Rhapsody with low TZ on this Granger, junking them down, bursting them down. He's on level 12 right now, while the opponent jungler Shine just level 9. Like the name says, so his name is Shine, but he's not shining in this game.
Exactly, I think Lower Day just proves that did something to Shine, bro. And that's a good synergy coming from the side of the team Brad and the Lower TZ, along with the Fredrin is just leading their team. And the Minoan Fury to the Leslie. However, Leslie with the flicker and a good flicker plus from Leslie. Minotaur might be taken down here. I guess Minotaur is giving out a minuscule of HP. And never mind. Good snipe.
Oh, so that Novaria is being a pain right now. That's 4-0. Goes into the enemy base it gets almost Beatrix. Almost gets this Beatrix. So close. This game has been so good so far. I am enjoying this. It seems like it's a one-side dominated match, but it's the fact that they're just so good, right? At this point, we can see they're not, the both teams are really great, but it's just miscommunication that's coming in from the side of WHC in this game so far. We know they can perform well. It's just that, oh, and that damage from
Whoa!
Turnip 46 has deleted them, obliterated them right there. That was a
Bro!
2-for-nothing trade. That appraises rat doing so much damage, so much work. And at this point, Alexa is just given free reign. If you wanna win, you gotta burst down the spread rate. But if you burst down the spread rate, who's gonna take care of the Leslie? And you can see the appraisers once again, but this time, and Shine gets deleted by Alexa. And this is, I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be it's just a one-sided game. They're going in for the inhibitors. The Lord has been taken for free as well. And
Minoan Fury!
The Minoan Fury comes out. And oh, the bad impact, not enough damage.
Colonel.
That's 2 kills for nothing, 3 for nothing. The Menace Rage, and that is another kill. Girl 46 is being absolutely dominant in this game. And here Shine can only dare and dance, to be honest, as the crystal goes down. And the first game for this Dame 7 in the upper bracket goes towards the side of Team Prad. And my oh my soul, Colonel 46 proving us
Deserved.
once again
Deserved.
why he is so good in this EXP lane, right?
Bro, look at the damage, 36% from the freaking Predator and the bot lane. How they baited the Bane cell so that the Predator could use that appraisal in a very good way and getting the double kill in the bots. Oh my god, that's a freaking clip out there. That's a fucking TikTok or a shorts there, bro. My god, a shout out to Colonel 446 from my side, bro. Very good. Very good macro and macro gameplay from his side. However, the team WHC also tried. I'm not being biased here. The WHC tried. However, they get a little out of it. Obviously, they got an EXP diff. Look at that EXP diff, bro. I will not say that because the Colonel 446 has proved himself from his gameplay. Look at the damage given from the Colonel 446 and the teamfight participation. 89% participation, 51% damage taken, 36% zero damage. Whew, that's quite a lot. And look at the Sicilian damage, bro. It has also given his best 30% damage and 83% teamfight participation. However, we could just really see that the team Prad is the victorious here because of the draft and the gaming ability they have. They were a little bit better from the team WHC. However, WHC still has a chance because they will just move on to the lower bracket. And the team, congratulations to the team Prad on moving on to the further brackets. So this was a game 1 of this Gosu General Tournament, which has a price of 17k rupees. So we will see you in the next match. You have to say something, Kronos?
Nah, so I think you said it best, right? You said everything that they were supposed to be. But at the end of the day, both the teams had a really good draft. It just came down to that win condition, right? It just came down to what they needed to do to win. But as we say, the best team wins, and we move on to the next game. And we'll take a short break and be right back. And don't forget to stay. What, so? Don't forget to stay.
Yeah, don't forget to stay hydrated, my friend.
Yeah, we'll be back, guys.
Yes, on.
Right. For introduction.
Go for it. So,
Bro, welcome back to the second game of the day 7 Gosu General Tournament, which has a price. You know how much the price is? It's freaking 17,000 rupees. And this is the match between on the blue side. We have consisting of 5 players, but it is always the 5 players that plays MMLB. However, don't mind that very bad sarcasm. This is the GLC on the blue side and the very well known ABM on the right side, which is the red team. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. This is going to be a freaking hell of a battle because we have seen GLC. You know, there is so much of fan base that GLC have, and especially the Selena on 5G, the technological advantage they have in this match. I can't speak about it. Have you any thoughts about this, Carlos?
yeah, speaking about the technological advancement, seems like Selena just got 5G recently. Been playing well, not been pricking. Selena goes on a gold lane with that Brody, does well, but at the same time, like you said, we have them going against ABM on the red side. Both teams really good, and both teams are powerhouses. And when you have a match where two teams are good, right? The smallest difference in rotation, in retribution, maybe an early game kill or the wrong positioning, the smallest difference can make a big impact in the entire game, right? One team, good teams, the best thing about good teams is that when they get a lead, they know how to snowball. They know how they're gonna how to capitalize on that lead. So that's the best part about having teams that are big, gigantic powerhouses going against each other. So it makes a little bit of it gives a bit more entertainment in the fact that you want to see is there going to be an epic comeback? Is there going to be a point where either team is given an opportunity, a free kill, or maybe a free turret take? Anything that comes around in this game will not be given away easily. There will be blood, sweat, and tears put into every fight that goes on in the game. And especially for these big games, there's going to be a big part that the roamers have to play, right? We know the roamers are the key playmakers in the game, but however, the EXP lane is the same as well. We saw in the previous game, the EXP laners played a crucial role, and we saw Colonel 46 pull out the best with that Fredrin, even though he's not the best in the game, right? Not the best hero in the EXP lane, but made it work, right? With that flexible draft pattern that they have. So now will we see the same from GLC? Will we see the same from ABM? Only time will tell.
Exactly. And I would say that, bro, as you have already said that a good team, when it's a game of a good team versus a good team is the freaking awesome team versus the awesome team. So the slightest difference between the draft, between the shot calling, between the the picks, and between the map control that they do in the game plan and the game plan that they have is going to be a very, very crucial and the decision making of this game. So I think I would say that this is going to be a freaking hell of a match, and I can contain myself just to see what are their game plans and what are they thinking right now. Because as a enthusiast MLB player, I'm learning a lot from seeing a lot of good teams to play.
Yeah, being an MLB enthusiast is actually one of the best reasons to watch such games, right? Especially in the Indian subcontinent, where we have the best of the best teams in this tournament fighting it out for that cash prize of 17,000 rupees, right? For a prize pool, rather. Sorry, a prize pool worth rupees 17,000 rupees. So it makes a big difference when it comes to having fight out for such a big prize pool, especially given the fact that it is the day 7 in this Gosu tournament. It's going to go deep. This is the upper brackets. Team want to get that upper bracket slot. They don't want to be fighting for a spot in the tournament. They want to have that opportunity. They want that second chance and move up the ladder, make it easier for them. So it should be a good game. We know some of these players here in the both the sides. We know Jeet here on GLC. We know Selena on 5G performing really great. We know Bolt as well. He's been doing well so far. And meanwhile, on the side of ABM, we know Jabam, who does really well in these games as well, provides the right rotation, is always there. And also at the same time, we know Alim. He plays well as well. And given the fact that his name is Alim featuring Aldous, will we see an Aldous in this game? So
Yeah, I would say that especially the Aldo's pick might be a very, very interesting pick there because if he takes his main hero, I would say this is going to be a hell of a time for the team GLC. And I can't just say for sure because Aldous can't really do well in this meta, so that's why he isn't playing Aldous for now. But his name is Street Aldous, so I don't know what will happen there. However, moving on, we are on the ban phase. I think this team. Let's see what team GLC will ban here. And okay, I'm just pretty waiting for this ban. It's like a 6 fight. What will the ban it will? Will it be the standard ban? Never mind, it's a Ling ban. We have seen Ling ban in the previous game also. I think Ling has become a crucial assassin in the tournaments and the upper mythical immortal lobby. What are your thoughts about it, girls?
Yeah, given the emblem changes, makes Ling one of the most deadliest assassins. He already is a deadly assassin, right? But he makes him one of the deadliest assassins in the meta as a deadly jungler who can always dive straight into the backline, ignore the front line completely with that Finch poise, just climbing up the walls and uses the Tempest of Blades to deal that combo of burst damage that he can. And at the same time, he farms up. He has a really rapid farming pace. He can split push at the same time, so it provides a lot of utility for the team. So in my opinion, Ling is one of the best junglers out there, just like the Fanny as well. Will we see a Fanny pulled up in this game? I do not know. However, the Arlott, a standard ban, a really good EXP laner, can sustain, can provide the damage, a lot of CC as well, setup potential. And there's Clint, maybe a respect ban coming in, not really sure. He does have a lot of burst and a lot of range in the early and late game as well, not to mention that true damage that he has that comes with this kit. At the same time, this Valentina, another utility band, don't want to give away those big, powerful ultimates in the early or the late game, especially if they're looking to pick up these big, fat ultimates for themselves.
Exactly. And look at that Clint ban and the Valentina ban. However, the first pick is going for the Eve that utility makes, which is very, very good pick from the side of the GLC. However, to counter that, Alim featuring Aldous will go for the Claude. And the Martis from the side of the J. That's a good shot coming from the side of the team ABM. However, let's see what the Kim CZ and the Selena on 5G, which is a technological advantage pick. Okay, that's an interesting pick. The August coming in, and the GLC Jeet. You're seeing in the chat, bro. I'm seeing in the chat that GLC Jeet is farming in the previous. If you see the previous live stream also, bro. Yeah, go ahead, Kronos.
Yeah, it's been a pattern I've been seeing in various tournaments throughout the world, right? When this Eve is picked up, immediately the team picks up this Martis, Claude, heroes that can actually survive in that real world manipulation when it's dropped down. Where you have this Martis Mortal Coil, he's immune to CC, he has damage reduction, so he's able to easily dash out of that ultimate. And at the same time, Claude with that battle mirror image will be able to immediately dash out of that tournament. We have Faramis as well that provides that extra bit of sustain with that cult altar. So this is a really nice draft that's being made by ABM just to counter this Eve, right? We know Eve is a really deadly mage, especially with that ultimate and the manipulation. It provides so much CC. It's basically a kill box, right? If you're caught up in that kill box, you're basically dead meat. And to counter that, and to go along with that, we have this Leslie that's being picked up on the goal lane for Team GLC that countered this Claude. And I'm not really sure about this Argus pick. I think it's an Argus. Jeet is probably one of the best Argus players out there in the Indian subcontinent. So a comfort pick for him, but not really a big fan. Just because it's a comfort pick doesn't mean it will work in these tournament games, right? They're called meta for a reason. And Jabam here going for that Kufa to provide that set, provide the anti-dash that will come in this kit with that bouncing ball. And Bolt going in for this X-Borg to provide the bit of sustain, that slow, that spell vamp, and that true damage that comes with this kit with the last insanity. So once the passive is full out, and we can see Kim TZ that he is going for this Atlas. And the second phase draft bans have been Terizla and Minotaur, the AoE tanks or EXP laners once again. And here they're hovering over the Cho, but Deep goes in for this Lapu Lapu to dive into the backline. So overall, I can say I like both the teams' drafts coming in. However, not really a big fan of this Argus pick, only because it doesn't seem like it will work out, right? It seems like you have a comfort pick in that hero, but it can only do so much for your team. If you can pull it off and have a really great early game, then yes, you can snowball your way to victory. But if you cannot, then all you have to do is split push, and if it works out, it works out.
Exactly, bro. And I'm pretty curious to see that G playing Argus in this against ABM. That's a pretty much of a very intrigued start for the team GLC. However, we are seeing the draft, and as I speak, welcome to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen, the friends of all ages. And I think this will be a standard gold lane jungle rotation from the Martins. It is, and from the Xbox it also has been a gold lane prio jungle rotation, and we can see that. Well, I think. What do you think of what do you think about the spells, bro? And the Cloud with the Purify, I think, is a very good call from the Olympic Aldous, to be honest.
Yeah, Olive here going for the Purify, right? Realizes that the Leslie does have that grenade launcher that he could actually use to kick back and cancel out his Blazing Duet, and especially given the fact that the real world manipulation, once it's dropped, you need that little bit of Purify to actually get out. But he's poking down this Leslie. It's supposed to be a losing lane for the Claude. However, given the fact that this new emblem system comes into play, you can see he's gone for the support emblem to provide that extra bit of regen. Not something people see often. I would love to see the common emblem being run just because it gives you that little bit of adaptive attack, and along with that hybrid regen as well. So opting to go for that support emblem, you can see why he's running out of mana real quick. However, he wants a little bit of extra movement speed only because he didn't take the sprint and went for the Purify. We can see Atlas going in. Jabam misses the Tyrant's Revenge. However, Kim TZ being poked down and Jabam being poked down as well. So both the roamers being poked down by the respective marksmen. But Bolt here will he catch Jabam? And he does not. The Mortal Coil cancels the last insanity. That is a really good play coming in from Jay, right? And the decimation for the first blood. That was a wonderful play. Goes for decimation again, but to no avail. He escaped with the minuscule of minutes of HP. Selena on 5G here, not enough to actually get a level 5. The Shadow Stampede will come out. Ghostbusters gets a kill on this Leslie, but goes down in the process to this Eve. That was really good engage coming in from Jay, right? But just going in a little too deep there. However, it still gets the goal lead, and it's extended to 100 gold. Just that we were talking about before. So give a little bit of goal lead, and they will make the most of it.
Exactly, and that was a very good bait from the side of the Joe Bomb. Just he knew that he has flickered, and never mind, that's a retribution from the side of the J, and Xbox will be taken down by taking the turtle. That was very sadly sad for. Never mind, that's a game pause. I think that might be an integration issue for the side of Team GLC, because we can see Jeet was saying that he has having issues with the MS. However, what we were saying over the top, look at the top, that was a very good engage from Martis along with Jobam. That's a very good shot call for the Jobam, that just flicker out, bait the Xborg armor and getting the kill. The Martis ult. However, the Faramis going towards the marksman just to get trade for the marksman and getting killed by the Eve. That was a pretty good trade, I would say, because the marksman is a prio in the early game, so that marksman couldn't be scaling too much scale for the early late game, I would say, if you understand me. But I'm saying the 15 minutes mark, so that if your marksman isn't viable till 15 minutes, I would say that it's a game that you can win under 15 minutes.
Yeah, like you said, right, they're having its few technical issues. We want both the teams to play to their best of abilities, given the fact that it is happening in the land of dawn. They need to have the best connections possible. So we want them to be on the same level when they enter the game. We want them to play on par, not really giving any unfair advantage to each and anyone in the game, to either of the teams. So we will wait to see and wait to hear from the management what they have to say regarding this issue. Will there be a new server where they're being hosted in, just so that they will be going ahead with the same draft, however, as there are no draft issues. And like you said, right, that decimation comes in with that Martis actually coming in at the right time. baiting out the last insanity coming in from this X-Borg, right? They're baiting it out so hard. Make sure his Firaga armor is bursted, and that's when the Martis goes in. So that is really smart gameplay coming in from ABM, being patient, baiting those skills out, poking them down. They have a lot of poke heroes. They have Devil on this Faramis who can poke. They have Alim in this squad, who's a really great poke marksman, especially with the DPS he provides, right? So, and then here, Jay is just there to go for the kill. And the meanwhile, A here, getting a kill in the early game only will help him get scale up into the late game.
However, we are moving towards the game, bro. I think there might be something. Yeah, I think there might be a re-hosting right now. One side has conceded defeat, and that I think they should just go for the lobby, or just lobby re-host, and the same drum, same implement, same everything, same the same spell also.
Victory!
That was a good kickstart from the side of the APM. However, the connectivity issues has just gone bitch for the side of Team GLC. So we just want to have a fair gameplay from both the side of the team. That's why we are just re-hosting this match. Any thoughts about this, Kronos?
Yeah, so we, like you said, want to give fair gameplay to both the teams, right? So we will be rehosting this game so that neither of the teams have an unfair advantage in going into this game. We want to see both these powerhouses. We want to see GLC performing at their best. We want to see ABM performing at their best as well. So we want to see it happen. However, we have to give them fair. You have to give them fair, not give them unfair advantage, right? So you want them to both go into this game actually on the same level, on the same par.
Yeah, exactly. So ladies and gentlemen and friends of all ages, just be patient with us, and just have a sip of water till then. We will just rehost this match. And don't go anywhere, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the stream with all your MLBB friends, and who doesn't even play MLB. Just let him have fun. Just let him come to MLBB. You guys will have fun when you are playing MLBB.
Yeah, you can see that the lobby is being rehosted and the draft is happening once again. It's gonna be a quick draft because we already know what's gonna be picked. So it's just gonna be real lightning quick. Make sure that there's no waste of time. So each and every of the teams can, we can get into the land of round really quick. We don't want to give them an unfair advantage. We know Jeet here is really good on the Argus, right? He can provide that CC. He can provide that split put potential. He can take down 1v1. He can 1v1 the marksman. So he has that DPS with that, especially when he picks up that Demon Hunter sword with that attack speed and that lifesteal, with that corrosion sight with that sword that's slow as well. So it's just a matter of fact that how is this game gonna progress towards the mid game. The team that has the advantage going into the mid game after or the first turtle will actually make a big difference, knowing that both the teams are really good.
Yeah, exactly. However, look at the bans. It's an interesting tournament. Look at the Saber ban and Nana and Layla ban, bro. However, ban doesn't matter if they pick same. Yes, they are going to pick same. But if somebody watches this offline stream, he will say, "What the heck is this ban, bro?" Anyways, moving on. Yeah, it will be a same draft, I guess.
Yeah, they should go the same draft, the same spells, the same emblems. Then the bans, it's okay. Layla is one of the meta marksmen out there at the moment. Nana is one of the meta mages as well. Given the fact that Layla is a little better than Ixia for the late game, you can have that DPS and the burst damage that comes in with that crit. And Nana as well. You got to take Nana with that Inspire, with that attack speed build, with that Wind of Nature. You got to go with that marksman route. Marksman Nana is the meta these days. So at this point, we can say that both the teams, right? So we saw how the early game went. Yes, they had a little bit of technical issues, connectivity issues. But if it was in a fair game, right? If it wasn't a fair game, who do you think would have the upper hand?
I would say, but still, I think if they just beat, because that was a huge macro gameplay from the side of the Jobomb, bro. I would say that still the result will be seen. However, there might be a little bit of less damage from this side because now they will be very careful about the outplay that the Joe Bomb and the J can play from the side of the ABM. However, okay, this draft, oh, never mind. They are going for the Baksha. Uh, Never mind. Now, but I was saying that I think the early game advantage will still be on the hands of the team ABM because of the, Martis and they will pick because as you said, bro, the poking ability of the side of the team ABM is a lot, so they can easily wreck down the armor of the Xbox, which how Jay can easily pick off from his ultimate. However, if this game little have gone from a goes to a mid game and the farm defense is not allowed, I would say Team GLC is going to be a very very difficult opponent for the team ABM.
We can only say ifs, buts, and maybes. We will find out when we actually see them in game battling out in this Gosu tournament. Day 7 in the upper brackets as we go into the land of Dawn for this game number 2 for a prize pool of 17,000 rupees when for in this tournament. And we can see GLC on the blue side and Team ABM on the red side once again. Looking at the rotations, it looks like this time Bolt decides to go for the red buff, and we can see the early EXP rotation coming in from the mage and the EXP laner, both wanting to get to that level 2. However, deciding not to cut the lane only because you're going into Lapu Lapu, who has the AoE and can actually go and burst them down, even if it's a 1v1. But however, this Inspire coming in from Jeet and the damage, oh my god, Deep actually being taken quite low. That meteoric sword
Look at that
from
invade.
Argus and the invade coming in. Oh my god. So you mentioned it at the right time, right? Jay just going in, not level 4 yet, but does not have the damage, but still takes down Bolt because of that 4-man rotation coming in the bot lane. And meanwhile, in the top lane as well, takes down Deep. So that's a 1-for-1 trade. And the first blood goes towards the side of Team ABM.
Exactly, that was a good pull from the Faramis, and look at the rotation. They're so fast with the rotation. Look at that. I think there might be Atlas doesn't know that they are here. Yeah, he doesn't want the pull from the from side of the, that's a good pull from the Faramis, bro. However, the Atlas might escape, but he has to recall. He might be missing some of his farm, by the way. By the way, I don't know how the roam function, bro. Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, the roamer does not get any gold or minions in the first 8 minutes of the game, right? For the first 6 to 8 minutes of the game, he does not get any gold from the lane. So you will have to farm by taking that roaming boots that's actually provide you additional gold that can be earned in the duration of the game. So that is something that the roamers, that's why we see the roamers actually wanting to clear lanes to get that additional EXP, like we saw the Atlas here going, clearing the mid lane, getting to that level 4 power spike to land that fatal links. However, ABM takes that first turtle, and right now we can see A here on this Eve just getting zoned out, not allowed to actually rotate quicker to get that mid lane minions, and which is why we can see Devil and Jabam, who will have the faster rotation, and they will be rotating faster towards the lanes and providing earlier and faster ganks. It's all about rotation in this game.
Exactly. Look at how fast the rotation is. However, I think GLC in part in this game, and the farm defense is not a lot. It's almost like 600 to 600 gold right now. However, there might be a possible of ganking. And look at the Tyrants even charging. Misses the Eve. Atlas is going for that. I think Atlas might go for the fatal link. However, Atlas solo. Yes, never mind. Atlas will be taken down on the Martis ult. Our Xbox armor is taken down from the Martis. However, they will just go for a disengage this time, and the
the Cooper jumps in with the revenge and the rage, right, and takes down Leslie, Selena on 5G, and Jabam still survives. That is a beautiful engage, realizing that the X-Borg had to recall, Bolt had to go back. There was no zone ability provided by his team. And in the meanwhile, on the top lane, you can see Deep there going in quite deep to cut the lanes, to provide an earlier rotation. Once again, towards this blue buff, you can see two of them coming in, not letting Bolt actually reach his power spike. However, Bolt does get his blue buff. Deep goes in with the bravest fighter and gets taken down quite low. Last insanity just to pop out Deep, and we can see Shadow Stampede coming out. The flickers coming in for the side of ABM, and
Jeet with the shutdown
from Jeet with that Eternal Evil, gets a double kill with that Demonic Grip and Meteoric Sword. All that damage, uses the Inspire as well, and here with the Demonic Grip again, gets a triple kill. And that is a 3-0, 4-0 trade if you include that earlier death coming in from Deep, right? So making the most of the Jeet here with the right rotations in the right time. I told you before, I'll tell you again, it's all about rotation this game, right? Invading in the jungles to try to make the most of it, but that rotation coming in from Jeet actually was crucial and coming in clutch.
Exactly, and I think Jobam will go for the Tyrant's Revenge. However, he connected with the Atlas, he will go for the ultimate also, but no follow from the Mortis, and our Jobam is so inside the Fatal Links, and look at the HP, minuscule of HP. How Claude is going for a Selena feet 5G, just maintaining his distance with the mega kill for the Jeet. Bro, no, that's how you should not underestimate the power of the Argus. Look at 401. I think today's day is for the EXP laner, bro. Previous match also EXP lane, this match also EXP lane, bro.
Oh, the Shadow Stampede on towards A, but gets caught by the Arctic Cold coming in from Kim TZ, and uses the Cult Altar just to survive. Right, that's a big ultimate. That's about 60 seconds and 70 seconds of cooldown. Tyrant's Revenge goes in. Will he connect with the Tyrant? Does not. Forces the flicker from Atlas, which is an important spell. We all know how important a flicker is. Meanwhile, on the top lane, another solo kill, right? Jeet getting another solo kill on towards Deep. That is 2 times, 3 times if you include the earlier kill in the early game as well. Gets the kill on towards this Lapu Lapu. 4-0 coming in from the Lapu Lapu. Not really something you want to see. He is your frontline presence. You want him to dive towards the back line. He should be alive and well. But Jeet here is showing us that comfort picks can actually make a difference. Tyrant's Revenge, and the Tyrant's Rage going in. And the Fatal Links connects to nobody as the Battle Mirror image used on time to get out. And that was beautiful coming in from the side of ABM, right? Baiting out the skills, flickering out, and the Eternal Evil pop by Jeet. Will he survive? The real world manipulation drops as well. The bravest fighter going in from Deep, going to back line. The blazing duet comes out. Selena on 5G goes down. Deep here will not go down. The real world manipulation is still up, but not enough damage. Tyrant's Revenge goes in, but to no avail as Bolt still survives. Gets back his Farag armor. Will be not easy to take down. That was a 1-for-0 trade. That was a beautiful setup coming in from the side of Team WLC. However, GLC, my bad. However, ABM able to realize and make the most of it. That's why you have the CC immune heroes going in towards the Eve. Oh,
exactly.
the last insanity.
Never mind. Mortis
misses outright.
Good timing with the ult. Oh, look at the top, bro. Claude is taking down Jeet's HP. He has forced Jeet to use ult. Jeet might have to back off here, and the Claude is still going for Jeet. However, the Jeet will back off in no time, and that's a very good call from the side of Jeet. However, what I was saying, bro, that was a good shot calling from the side of the ABM. They still managed to take down one. I'm finished by that, to be honest. However, there is a little bit miscommunication from the side of the Deep, I guess. He is getting dominated from the side of the team GLC. My bad.
Yeah, we can see the Fatal Links connecting towards the backline. However, Blazing Duet comes out from this squad. Alim goes in deep, chucks down, and the Shadow Stampede gets a kill, double kill on towards this Faramis. And meanwhile, the backline Alice gets taken down as well. that is a real good team fight coming in for the side of ABM, communicating right, splitting the team towards the front and the back side, not allowing them to group up like they should, especially that given the fact that they have an Atlas that can provide this big fat fatal links, just separating the team, dividing and conquering them at the same time. The Tyrant's Revenge goes in, but to nothing. Our Deep gets taken down once again, another solo kill. G tier is on fire on the XP lane. Allen taking quiet loads, gets taken down by the Atlas. Thanks to the real world manipulation. The Cult Ultra being expanded by Devil. Uses the Shadow Stampede to escape, but gets caught between a rock and a hard place. Might go down. Selena on 5G might get the kill. Uses the Cyclone Eye, but does not escape. Meanwhile, the Jabam here uses the Bouncing Ball to cancel out the Demonic Grip. However, still goes down towards his X-Borg, who got this kill. And seems like we're on an even playing field, but the kill is on the side of GLC, but the goal lead is still on the side of ABM.
Exactly, and the current lead is also on the side of the ABM. However, there might be a little team fight in the mid lane. However, Deep escaping this time, and there might be they're just rushing the Lord this time. They're just seeing this opportunity to just get the Lord. Will they be successful in getting this Lord or not? I think they will be successful in getting this Lord. And that's a good call from the side of the GLC. However, Leslie with the quick ulti just to give the vision for his team. That's a good shot call from the side of the GLC. And this time they are just going for the disciplined push, I would say, and disciplined game plan. This is.
Ooh, Jeet in the bot lane almost catching Alim right with the Demonic Grip, but uses the Battle Mirror Image just to get out on time. And we can see here the Lord pushing in from the mid lane. Tyrant's Revenge goes in, gets the Tyrant's Rage on towards the Atlas and takes down the tank. Oh, and the Flicker Bravest Fighter comes out from deep. However, gets caught between a rock and a hard place in this real world manipulation. Getting taken down. That's a 1-for-1 trade. A frontliner for a frontliner. Another turn. The Jeet goes in. Will he get another kill? That's not the Eternal Evil expended. And the Cult Ultra comes out. But ever Jade does not go down due to the last insanity. And they pop this immortality. No, they do not. And Leslie with that burst damage coming in with that snipe shot right. And the Blazing Duet comes out, takes out the immortality of the X-Borg and Bolt, and somehow still survives. That was a beautiful gameplay coming in from GLC. ABM just overextending, knowing that they had the slightest bit of goalie. They could take that risk and go for that fight. But however, come out on the losing side. Not really a big deal as they don't lose too many resources. But Jeet makes the most of it and takes the tier 2 turret in the top lane.
Right now the turret difference is cool, I guess. Look at the 4 turrets taken down from the both sides of the team. However, that was a very, very good gameplay from the side of GLC, as you said, bro. And one more turret to the side of the GLC. Now it's a 1 turret lead from GLC, bro. I think that's very good, successful Lord coming from the side of the GLC. I think Jeet is playing a lot good in this match. Look at the itemization and the KDA, bro. He's almost short of 1 item this time. And the found difference between the Jeet and the marksman, and the jungler Jay, it's almost a 1k difference there. Look at Jeet. He's just waiting for ABMJ. I think Jay might get taken down here. Forcing Argus towards, yes, I think Jay might be taken down here. Jay is getting shot.
Forced to flicker out, he should get taken down. Will he have enough HP and the time to escape? The Claude goes and bursts him down with the Art of Thievery just to slow him a little bit, provide that stack. And it seems like Kim TZ will go down, trying to buy some time for his team and let Selena on 5G escape. But that was a beautiful engage coming in from Jabam, right? Realizing that his jungler and Jay is going to go down, but communicates with the team that, hey, he's going to go down, but we can take down both of them at the same time. And like just when I was about to say, Deep is not pulling the stop. He's had a terrible early game, right? But making the most of it in this mid game, actually catching up towards his goal lead. And now he's going to have that damage that he needs to actually chunk down and beat down this Beatrix. As we can see, ABM gets an easy Lord.
Yes, however, I think Deep might get taken down here. Yes, shut down for the side of Deep. I guess so. How this Xbox is providing dividends for his team, bro. The true damage is melting. Martyrs, Bomb, even the Deep also. However, that all previous in the team fight on the Devil has been also point, just providing sustainability to his team whenever they just need a proper time in the team fight. That's how we should play Promise, I would say. Am I right, Kronos?
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Soul. Meanwhile, you can see in the bot lane, right, the Jeet and over here the Jay having a fight. However, the Tyrant's Revenge goes out, and the Cult Altar being used just to help them sustain. And the Blazing Duet comes out in the black backline. That's a lot of damage by this quad, right? Goes after E instead of the Selena on 5G, and Devil here getting poked down. Will he go down, or A will go down first? A goes down first. That is a nice way. They did the same thing again. Divide and conquer. Jeet here should be able to take down Jay. However, he does go down deep, being distracted, not being there for his team. And Jeet there will survive. And that's a 2-for-1 trade. And all the kudos going in towards Jabam and is engaged, right? Just when he goes in and engages, the Cult Altar from Devil comes out and helps him sustain, helps the entire team sustain. Meanwhile, oh my God. Is this like the 5th time we've seen this? So Jeet takes down Deep once again. Solo kill.
Exactly. Jeet is providing dividends for his team. Look at the Tyrant's raise that coming from the side of the team GLC. However, the Clot with the ult providing. Never mind, killing spree for the Clot. Might get taken. He also will be taken down here. Killing spree for the Jeet. Our Clot is so deep inside the enemy turret. Yes, enemy territory. Clot will be taken down here, and that's a double kill from the side of the Jeet. Sorry, double kill from the Clot, and I think Jeet also got the double kill, right?
Yeah, Jeet got a shutdown though. See, he's got more and more gold. You can look at the gold. He's on a 12K, right? He has all the items he needs. He even sold his boots to get a Hunter Strike. As we can see, meanwhile in the mid lane, Jay, will he get caught? He does. The Arctic Cold, get him to slow him down, gets a CC, uses Decimation, but does not go down. Unstoppable.
No,
Jeet is on this. Oh my God, the Fatal Link comes out, the last Insanity as well. Will he go for the Meteoric Sword? Yes, he does. That's a double kill. Jeet is on fire, right? This game, he's going in, he's going out, he's going back in again. He has all the damage in the world. He's been taking down kills left, right, and center. And at this point, Jeet is probably the best player in this game so far.
12-1-14. What would you want me to say, bro? That Fatal Link was a cherry on top for Jeet, bro. He just getting that double kill is so satisfying to watch. However, Deep is getting a lot of trouble because of his, I think, a little bit lack in his skill right now. But never mind. I think Jeet with the godlike for the Jeet taking down Lapu again.
Oh, that's a 2-man Tyrant's Rage going in. The real manipulation gets dropped just to take down Jabam, and Jeet doing that once again. The Lord going in towards the side of GLC. The demonic grip comes out. That's another kill towards the side of GLC, right? Take down Jabam, takes down Disrespect coming in from the side of GLC, right? This is only an upper bracket match, so I think this should be an easy defense given the fact that Alim has been performing really well. I know Jeet here has been doing wonders on this Argus, right? He's 14-1-5, doing great. But at the same time, Alim is always targeting the backline. He dives in with the Battle Mirror Image, uses the Blazing Duet at the right time to actually catch the backline. So,
yeah, exactly. And look at that Selena on 5G damage. I think this is the time to shine for the Selena on 5G. However, Alam has providing dividends for his team. He's just trying so hard not to let enemy just take advantage and just end this game. So that's why he's playing so safe and so well. Every time we see him using the ults, bro. And I think this might be a engaged. Atlas have flickered. We can see a Fatal Links with the flicker.
Oh, you see the Tyrant's Revenge going in on the Tyrant's Rage. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, that's another
double kill
on towards Jeet. That's double. That Jeet gets shut down because of the Battle Mirror Image. However, there's a lot of kills going on left, right, and center. That's a 4-for-3 trade. Bolt is still alive. The Lord is up. Devil, the only one remaining. The immortality popped by Bolt. Devil gets taken down. The crystal is really low. ABM gonna lose this game and move towards the lower bracket as GLC carries on in the upper bracket.
Bro, that double kill in the board just provided a victory green signal towards the GLC. However, the whole GLC played a godlike in this game. Both the team played very well. However, I think there was a slight, as you said, bro, when there's a match of two good teams, a little bit of miscommunication, misjudgment, and misplays can cost you the game. We have seen in this match. Look at the MVP of both the team. I will talk about the Clot first. He has provided us so much of good ults, I would say, because he wasn't even getting his ult got cancelled only 1 or 2 times on the Leslie H2. Otherwise, his ult was on point every time. along with the Faramis also, I would say, look at the damage that he has given, 34% hero damage, 59% third damage, and the team fight participation is 70%. And I would say Jubom also has played very well. He has provided godlike setups for his team. Now moving towards the team GLC, what we can see about the G bro, look at the 61% third damage, 35% hero damage, and the team fight participation is 68%, from the highest in his team. I would say G is very well deserved for this MVP, along with the Olympic Aldous. Both teams played very well, I would say, but a little bit GLC plays a little bit better in this match. So victory goes towards the team GLC. They will move on the upper brackets. They will move towards the further brackets, and the team ABM will have to go to the lower brackets. And this was the second game of the Gosu Tournament, which has a price of 17k rupees. That was a freaking Pasa Vasool match, I would say, Kronos.
Yeah, Paisa Vasuli indeed. So, and I was just you broke it down really nice, really neat, right? I told you in the game before this draft, before this game started, that I'm not really a big fan of this Argus pick, right? It's a pocket pick, it's a comfort pick. So anyone who goes for a comfort pick is either a make or break situation. It's gonna be really great or it's gonna be really bad. And in this game, it proved out to be really great. However, it might not be the same all the time. So you got to know that you got to have a deeper hero pool. What if your Argus gets banned out? What if the other heroes that you play get banned out, right? So then you'll not really have much to do. So you got to have a deeper hero pool. And at this point, both the teams played really well, but GLC had the upper hand, and GLC will go ahead in the upper brackets, like Soul said. And we should take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Be back for the next game and the final game for tonight's day 7, the Gosu Tournament for the upper brackets. And like Soul says, guys, take a short break, get your popcorn, and stay
hydrated, my friends.
Yeah, let's go.